He never dropped a mixtape, never had a hit record. But when he died, hip-hop stood still. Everyone felt it, because whether they knew it or not, they were living in a world that A$AP Yams helped shape. Before the blog era fully matured, before SoundCloud took over the underground, one kid from New York was already 19 steps ahead, building community, curating sound, and studying the game like his life depended on it. This is A$AP Yams, the leader of one of the most influential movements in modern rap.
Hello?
You on the cameras right now. Say something, boo.
Hi.
Fuck out of here. Banged it on him.
Lamborghini high, Lambo by the crib. This is how it is. This is how we live. Bitches.
Steven Rodriguez, also known as A$AP Yams, wasn't supposed to make it in the music industry. Not because he wasn't talented, but because there just wasn't a space for somebody like him. That was until he made one. In the 10th grade, while shopping for clothes downtown, Yams would bump into music executive Karen Civil, and everything would change. That connection led to an unpaid internship at Dipset, where Yams learned directly under Jim Jones.
My first experience in the music industry is dealing with Jim Jones, being around him every day. He taught me everything I needed to know. I'll just stay around him and completely observe the whole scenery and apply it to myself.
He quit high school to chase his dream, and just like that, Yams caught the bug.
I go to the African spot, start selling mixtapes. I'm 15 years old. I'm making $700 a lick.
Not just for music, but for the whole ecosystem around it. Yams saw the potential in the digital space early, and started to build his own empire inside of it. A blend of rap nostalgia, internet humor.
On a hot summer day, get a designated plastic cup, fill it up with ice water, go to the bathroom, and dip your balls in the cup and all that. That shit gonna have you feeling wild wavy, B. That's my words of wisdom for today. Holla at me and begin a little Newport.
And trend-setting music curation that garnered him a mass following online, leveraging his blog to promote artists that he truly believed in.
Oh my God!
Look at my sash, bro.
Oh my God!
Shaping his online reputation as a music prophet.
Turn the music down, you asshole. I'm doing a fucking interview here.
In 2007, Yams co-founded the A$AP Mob, alongside A$AP Bari and A$AP Ills.
We was still in like trial and error mode at that time. We decided to call ourselves the Piff Crew.
Then we was at Wendy's sitting down, nigga, Yams like, oh, fuck that. New name of this shit is A$AP.
The A$AP Mob would go on to become the next hip-hop supergroup, combining rappers, producers, and designers all under one umbrella.
If you don't have a name, let it be a strong, powerful name, like always strive and prosper.
Each member brought something different to the table, and Yams kept them pushing forward.
I would consider Rocky to be Luke Skywalker, and I'll probably be like Yoda, you know what I'm saying? Very cozy with the robe on, very casual. I'm the spirit guide, something like that, feel me?
Bari introduced Yams to Rocky before Rocky had any music out, but Yams saw it instantly. He knew Rocky had the look, the cadence, and the potential.
Yams, one of my best friends. Not only that, he's my business partner.
So he brought him into the mob, spent months polishing his sound, carefully crafted his aesthetic, and built his brand from the inside out.
I'm the boss of the whole operation, and whatever Rocky does, I make sure I'm hands-on with all of that stuff.
Yams orchestrated Rocky's debut mixtape, Live Love A$AP.
I be that pretty motherfucker. Harlem's what I'm reppin'. Tell my niggas hit the bitch and we gon' make it in a second.
The tape had Memphis bounce, Houston sonics, and extremely prevalent Harlem roots. Rocky became the avatar of a new sound, and Yams was the architect behind it. Then came Ferg.
Coochie down to the socks like I'm Biggie Papa. Keep your girl head in my Tommy boxes.
Yams saw a different type of star in him. Louder, raw, with a style of his own. He didn't force him into Rocky's mold. He built a whole new lane for him.
Shabba ranks, shabba ranks. 8 gold rings like I'm shabba ranks.
And his project Trap Lord solidified him as a name to know. That's 2 solo careers. 2 solo legacies, shaped by one man's vision.
We gon' deliver. We gon' deliver. Trap Lord in stores now. Go get that. Holla at me.
He also spearheaded the mob's first full-length group project, dropping Lords Never Worry in 2012.
ASAP niggas, we aliens. Cold-blooded nigga reptilian. Acid, ambience. Only fuck a bitch if she lesbian.
Introducing the world to the full scope of ASAP, and showing that the mob was more than just Rocky and Ferg.
Mess. Bitch. Black man. White world. Love Spanish bitch. Fuck her till her toes curl.
In 2013, Yams and Rocky worked on Rocky's debut album, Long Live ASAP, carefully curating a next-level rollout with major label resources. Yams had a superstar lineup of producers on this project, from Clams Casino to Hit Boy, Danger Mouse, 40, and even Skrillex.
Finger to the critics, me and my nigga Skrillex, you know we finna kill it. ASAP, we the Trillix.
And had an even crazier lineup of features. It was designed to be Rocky's breakout moment, and it was. The album dropped at #1 on Billboard, officially making Rocky a mainstream artist.
It's really one of my best creations thus far, and there's nothing out that's gonna be compatible to what I'm about to put out with this Long Live ASAP.
But behind the scenes, the pressure of maintaining that success quietly fed into Yams' growing reliance on opiates. This habit was ongoing, but it was becoming extremely hard to ignore, and would continue to be something that Yams struggled with alongside his success. Yams once said, "Don't judge a rap by its lyricism. Judge it by how much game you're getting from it." And that's just how he moved. He didn't chase hype, he found gems. If Yams said something was hot, people paid attention.
I went on the internet and I just started discovering more and more music that wasn't on the radio or wasn't on, the television stations and whatnot. Basically, I would discover new artists and I got hooked to it.
He was one of the first people to ever support Vince Staples.
Feds had the traps on the A. Yams had the act in the ice.
He tapped in with Lucki all the way back in 2014.
I met this nigga A$AP Rocky, right? 2015. And he was like, "Yeah, bro, Yams put me on your music, bruh. That shit crushed me though."
He'd be one of Playboy Carti's earliest supporters.
Billions and lands, billions and lands, billions and lands. I'm in the bitch, AP Yams, and I'm in my class.
And although Yams and Lil Uzi never met in person, they spoke frequently online.
Yo, shots on me, Uzi, you know what you heard?
Yams gave him gems that stuck with him. He never got an official mentorship, but Yams helped navigate the early stages of Uzi's career.
I mix the lean with the zane, recipe to ASAP, yeah.
Yams didn't care if you were on a label or if you were a part of his crew. If he thought you had it, he'd reach out.
Long live ASAP Yams, long live ASAP Yams, long live ASAP Yams, I'm on that Carti right now.
Yams saw what people could be, not just what they were in that moment. And the same way that he curated records, he curated people too. By 2014, the mob was deep into Rocky's follow-up, At Long Last ASAP.
I ain't never looking for no handouts. Broke ass niggas never helping with their hands out. Find out where the fuck nigga live that we camp out.
This time, the vision was even darker, more psychedelic, more expansive. Yams was hands-on, executive producing the project and making it into something more mature. At Long Last ASAP wasn't just a Rocky album. It was Yams making a statement. But unfortunately, he wouldn't live to hear the finished product. On January 18th, 2015, Yams passed away at just 26 years old. And it didn't just feel like a tragic end, it felt like a robbery. Yams had just gotten clean. He was planning a full-on mob resurgence. There were rumors of him landing a major A&R role at Sony, and he began to move like he had major plans. He had died from a lethal combination of Xanax and opiates. It was sudden, but not random. It was a combination of years of pushing too hard and ignoring yourself.
Man, it's weird. I'm speechless. I wish James was here.
After he passed, the mob came together to complete 2 projects in his honor.
Lamborghini hot, label by the crib. This is how it is. Get these niggas fake. No, we can't relate. You know.
The Cozy tapes weren't just a regular mob tape. It was a Yams compilation. A gathering of artists he believed in, voices he wanted the world to hear, and energy he would have been proud of. It was more than a tribute. The mob made sure Yams' taste lived on. ASAP Yams wasn't just behind the scenes, he was the scene. He showed us the power of curation, that your taste, ear, and ideas matter just as much as the person behind the mic. So the next time you see a movement that feels too sharp to be random, or an artist with a presence that's bigger than their music, look a little closer, because chances are they're pulling from Yams' playbook. But what do you think? Would the ASAP mob have had the same trajectory if Yams wasn't there to steer the ship? How different do you think rap would be if Yams was still here? And who should we make a video about next? Let me know in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe. And as always, I'll see y'all next time.